Welcome again, friends, to another 5-minute video for the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. And today we have the haul of Wonderfully Crazy and Just Plain Weird. So what that is pet products that we have found over the years that we found were a little bit odd. Now this is just my own personal opinion. This isn't the opinion of anybody but myself, but I just thought they were a little bit crazy, a little bit odd. Not that they were bad or anything like that, because they weren't, but well, let me show you some. So the first one we're going to start out with is Happy Birthday Bubbly Catnip. So this probably was, actually this company is still in business, and probably what they do is they make things like this for gigantic stores like, you know, Target or Walmart, and they sell them like at a Christmas type of an item, and it's, so we call it like an in and an out. So it goes in during the Christmas season and then it's closed out and you never see it again, which is why they're actually pretty collectible. So this one here is a giant bottle of catnip, sort of like a champagne thing of catnip. So you know, you want to celebrate the first of the year with champagne, your cat wants to celebrate with a bottle of catnip. Now there's no delivery system for this, there's no like little cat, or little mouse I should say, cloth mouse, but it's like a whole giant bottle of catnip. So I had to go on the internet and find out, can you OD your cat on catnip? And apparently it's a derivative of a mint, a different type of a mint leaf, and they don't really give you any definitive answer. They say like maybe you can OD them, but it is quite a bit of catnip, and I don't see any really explicit instructions on it, but it is pretty fun. So that's number one. Number two, Suzie's Wonder Liquid. I just thought that was funny that somebody would use the word wonder in a product, and they're still in business, and they took out wonder. I wonder why. Because you know, people want credibility, they don't want sensationalism really, you know, when it comes to something that you're going to give your dog. And this is a tartar remover, which I'm actually going to try it on Jasper because he has teeth problems like all little dogs do. So I just thought that was funny. Suzie's Wonder Liquid, but the wonder's taken out. It's now called Suzie's Liquid Tartar Remover by Suzie's Pet Supplies. So anyways, that's pretty fun. The next one is a company that went out of business, ThirstyDog. And I remember them with billboards on the 405 freeway, that's the San Diego freeway in Los Angeles. They had bought giant billboards. This was, I believe they were publicly traded. They made dog water and cat water. They made ThirstyDog and Thirsty Cat. And there's been other companies that have done this as well. None of them have survived. They've all gone out of business. Because, you know, you have a dog, you love your dog, you buy him expensive dog food, vet bills have not gotten cheaper, they're very expensive. So where does it end? You're going to buy him dog water? I mean, I'm not going to buy dog water, but I thought that was funny. And sure enough, I knew it wouldn't last, and it didn't. Literally, I think maybe 1 or 2 years, and then it was gone off the market. ThirstyDog and Thirsty Cat. Oh, another item I don't have that I should just mention was one of the Humane Society groups made a vegan dog food and a vegan cat food. Well, cats are not vegan. They are genetically carnivores, and dogs are genetically carnivores as well, although they can eat some carbohydrates. But it just was amazing to me that this group didn't spend a little more time researching what they were selling, and I wish I had a bag of each because they didn't last 6 months on the market and they were gone. The next thing, oops, popped out here. This is the Iguana Poncho. This was made by Med, a company I'm all too familiar with. And this was designed by Mike Rector of Rector Skateboards. He's the one who actually invented skateboard protective arm pads and knee pads and stuff like that. He also designed this little poncho. And when we came out with this at Med, iguanas were like a phenomenon, like a teenage phenomenon. I mean, there was over 1 million iguanas imported in 1 year in the 1980s when we had this one. I remember going into a pet shop chain in England called Jolly's. I was sitting there, we were pitching Med to this big chain in England, and on the back of his wall he had one of these posted on the wall, and I kept kind of like eyeing it, and he saw me do that, and he goes, can you believe the crazy stuff that they do in the United States? And I'm like, ooh, that was us. And so the one thing I can tell you though is we initially ordered 1,000 of these, and somehow there was an extra 0 added. So I think we wound up getting like 10,000 of them, and which took us a long time to go through. But collectible because it's an iguana poncho. The last thing, which is just the craziest, the absolute hands down, I saw this and I could not believe it. This is sold today by this company, StarkRavingCat.com, catnip joints. Give your cat a joint filled with catnip. And I just thought, you gotta be kidding me. So it's a Stark Raving catnip joints, 100% premium catnip, no fillers, just leaves and buds. The little mouse is going groovy. Catnip is legal in all 50 states for recreational recreational use. To use, wake up your cat, run a joint under the nose, toss the joint in the air like prey, then toss another and another and another. Enjoy a multi-pack today. This joint is hand-rolled with love and care near Austin, Texas, USA. These toys contain only premium catnip in cotton blend fabric. That is pretty hilarious. So I just think that, I don't know if cats really like this, but it is pretty funny. And I think it's going to be a good addition to the museum in our hall of crazy and wonderful. All right. So that's it for today, and again, thank you for coming, and we'll see you again next week.